The story begins with a lightning bolt striking the sky fiercely. It was a sign of an awakening. Beneath that sky, several people had gathered. They were currently gathered in the S-rank dungeon, Death's Den, an ancient relic that still exists, the first S-rank dungeon to appear in the Blue Star world. For decades, the Death's Den dungeon remained unconquered, burying countless experts within its depths. But now, our protagonist, Su Ming, had challenged Death's Den alone, slaying the strongest god-tier exotic beast with his own hands. But when he had cleared the dungeon, some people demanded the divine artifact he obtained from the dungeon. More and more people called him the God of Slaughter, telling him that Su Ming's time was up, demanding Su Ming reveal the location of the divine artifact. Su Ming raised his shining sword and asked them if they had surrounded him on the orders of the Grand Master. Among those people, a man named Zhang Tong stepped forward, drawing his weapon. Zhang Tong drew his sword and displayed it with full power. He pointed the sword at Su Ming, demanding that he hand over the divine artifact. Remembering their brotherhood, Zhang Tong said he would only cripple Su Ming in exchange for his life. Su Ming didn't care and continued raising his sword, filled with power. With his sharp eyes, he said he had been blind all this time. He didn't know that Zhang Tong was a traitor to the bone. Su Ming then raised his sword high and asked if Zhang Tong's goal was the divine artifact. Su Ming then challenged Zhang Tong from there with his sword. If you want to witness the power of the divine ring of the reverse Tao, then come and get it. But I'm afraid none of you are worthy. At that moment, some people realized that the surge of energy they felt came from the divine artifact. They also urged them to kill Su Ming immediately and seize the divine artifact. But Zhang Tong remained calm and urged them not to act rashly. He smiled and said that he had one last plan. From the sky, a woman leaped and called Su Ming's name loudly. Su Ming was shocked and immediately looked to check. And when a light shone on him, a beautiful woman with pink hair appeared. Su Ming called her Xiaomen. Xiaomen immediately came and took Su Ming, saying she was very worried because she heard that someone was plotting against him. Su Ming then told her not to worry because now he had successfully obtained the divine ring of the reverse Tao. Looking at his numerous enemies, Su Ming said that they were no match for him, but he asked that he currently didn't understand why they all knew his location. From the crowd, Zhang Tong smirked with dark eyes, and just then, Su Ming was shocked when Xiao Man stabbed him in the back and betrayed him, claiming that he was the one who had revealed his location. Xiao Man used a red magic circle to injure Su Ming. Su Ming stared at his bleeding hand and asked why the girl betrayed him. Zhang Tong, seeing the opportunity, immediately ordered his companions to activate the imprisonment formation. In an instant, Su Ming was bound to a giant rock by a red magic circle. He stared intently at the chains wrapped around his body. He wondered if Xiao Man had betrayed him long ago. Zhang Tong himself had said that the formation had been set up specifically to seal his power. Meanwhile, Xiao Man smiled and apologized, explaining that her reason for approaching him was solely for Zhang Tong. Su Ming knelt to the ground, his power sealed. At that moment, he heard that those people had used their 9-star talent just to obtain the divine artifact. Su Ming was filled with regret when he heard this and shouted curses at them all. But it was too late. Everyone raised their weapons and began to attack, intending to kill him right then and there. But just as they were about to do so, a skeletal arm emerged from underground. A sorcerer then stood before Su Ming and asked them all to stop. The giant skull then stood up to protect them from the incoming attack. Explosion after explosion clashed in that place. Su Ming's eyes widened and he asked why Ji Yao was there. He was referring to the sorceress who was floating. Ji Yao was a necromancer. She asked Su Ming not to surrender to those despicable people. Zhang Tong, seeing Ji Yao's appearance, ordered his troops to immediately kill the newly arrived sorceress and take the divine artifact afterward.
Finally, the troops used all their strength and destroyed the giant skull with a blast. Ji Yao remained standing, defending her position. Zhang Tong, filled with rage, immediately attacked her, declaring that anyone who stood in his way would die. Ji Yao stood still as all the attacks came. Unbeknownst to her, an attack approached her head. In just an instant, Zhang Tong managed to cut off her head. He even apologized to Ji Yao for doing so. Su Ming's eyes widened when he saw his classmate's death. By this time, Zhang Tong had already brandished his sword in front of Su Ming, saying that it would be pointless to worry about others. Zhang Tong also threatened him, saying that he would die today. Su Ming tried to pull on the chain when Zhang Tong asked him to hand over the divine artifact, but as he did so, he vomited blood from his mouth. Su Ming then screamed in pain as he activated the explosion skill, and as he did so, a massive explosion occurred, sending everyone scattering.
From the smoke, a hand appeared and called out Ji Yao's name. Su Ming, dressed in white, immediately embraced Ji Yao and apologized for disappointing her so many times. Ji Yao used her hand to caress Su Ming's face. She said that if they had to die, they would die together. After she said those words, Su Ming's sword sank firmly into the ground. Scaring at his enemies, he swore an oath. He then carried his lover in his arms. He looked at everyone and swore that if he were reborn, he would wipe them all out until nothing remained. Those he hated most were Ren Xiaomon and Jiang Tong. They both looked terrified, asking what Su Ming was doing. Jiang Tong was shocked when he realized that Su Ming was going to take the divine artifact to Death's Den. Jiang Tong then led his troops to immediately capture Su Ming and prevent his escape. Su Ming himself immediately jumped into that world with his lover, challenging Jiang Tong to take the object if he dared. When he took out the ring, it shone brightly on his scarred hand. I think this is a manhwa with a plot of revenge and reincarnation. I'm also curious to see what Su Ming, who holds the title of God, will do. Stay tuned.